Hi friend and Tales Triber, Dark Fantasy author Birger here. In this video I'll show you the beginning of my Dark Fantasy game, Surviving Horror 1 Remake. After waking up from a night of sleep, you equip your trusty adventure torch so you can get a proper look at the area you're in. After a long adventuring trip across the land of 𝗂𝗲𝗏 with your destination, the city of 𝗃𝗏𝗏, close in mind, night eventually came, earlier than expected even. The city of 𝗃𝗏𝗏 is rumored to have a vast opportunity for adventuring quests of various levels and alignments, which is very intriguing for an adventurer such as yourself. Because the city was quite far still, you decided to camp in this cave and rest before continuing your journey. It was dark when you fell asleep, so it should be morning by now. Once awake again, there's something in the air that doesn't feel quite right. It's still dark. Why it's so dark still? It should be morning. Haven't you slept through the night? It's really dark in here and you get a sense like you're being watched. A spine-chilling sound is suddenly heard. What was that sound? It came from outside. What the hell is going on here? You have some small supplies in your camp that you better take with you. You can take a closer look. Click on any placeables you find to investigate them further. It would be best if you eat before you go outside too. Better get going soon. This place has really started giving you the creeps. First day. There's some supplies in the camp that you better take with you before you head outside. You can always investigate any placeables by taking a closer look, clicking on them. You could try doing that on all placeables in the camp. You should eat at the campfire too before you go. Unfortunately, I can't eat any of this. The flour is full of mold. Damp bolts of cloth. These clothes are too wet to be of any use, and it seems like cave mold has crept into them. I have to leave them. My travel wagon is sadly beyond repair, and the mule that dragged it seems to have run off somewhere. I'm forced to leave the wagon behind. Yeah, this is one of the reasons why the wagon broke. Figures. There is some food left here. The fire's gone out, but it can't have been for more than a few moments. The embers still radiate heat. This meat should be safe to eat. Do you want to eat some? You feel your hunger subside. You feel much better. Follow the path. It's dark in the forest too. That's very odd. And worse, no one seems to be around. This doesn't feel good at all. You better search for a place to take further shelter. There's a nagging feeling that tells you it's not safe in this forest. Let's hope that feeling is wrong. Main objective. You need to find shelter somewhere. A horribly grisly scene is unshrouded in front of you. This man appears to have been ripped wide open. His organs are completely gone, and there are teeth marks all over him. West Plains of 𝗃𝗲𝗏, East City of 𝗃𝗏. Follow the path. Man, that's a total shock. Did that just happen? There are monsters roaming the forest now. And worse, your weapons couldn't hurt them. For this reason, it'll be best if you avoid getting too close for them. For now. The features seem somewhat human though. Were they once human? And now they've risen up from death and try to eat any living thing that they can stumble upon, including you. You must find somewhere to take shelter before those creatures eat you alive. Let's pray to the gods that you will survive this. What's this? This monster seems to just stand there, and it smells really, really bad. There's no doubt about it. That's the putrid stench of rotten eggs. Stone blocks are scattered across the area, and you can see large holes in the top of the mountain to your left. A large stone sits atop one of the monster's feet, or rather, what's left of it. There's no other way forward, so it appears that you're forced to go through this monster in order to continue onward. Better ready your weapon. Rotten zombie. The monster that was blocking your way forward fell to the ground with a loud but also rather satisfying squish. Thanks to this, you've just learned that it is possible to kill monsters that are rotten. Any other monsters should be avoided like the plague, if you value your life, that is. And you do value your life, right? Impaled human corpse. This man has been impaled on a sharp tree and placed right in the middle of the road. Who or what did this has ripped him open and removed his guts. What was that sound? Dead citizen. Burning corpse. Dead citizen. Among the trees, there are monsters everywhere. You better run and find a shelter somewhere nearby. By God, that was close. There are zombies everywhere outside now. Thankfully, you find safety in this old shack. The absolute best thing to happen would be if those creatures could just drop dead. But they are already dead, every last one of them, and still they move. What are you going to do? You're still praying that you will survive this nightmare. You should investigate this shack further to make sure it's safe. After you manage to catch your breath from that monster escape marathon, that is. Main objective: investigate the shack to make sure it's safe. You better not step outside. There are monsters everywhere. You can hear them. Why is this happening? Slowly step away from the door. Darn it, it's locked. Seems like it may be needing a key. Move on. Bag. This bag seems to be filled to the rim with potions. To whom do they belong to? Campfire. There's still warmth coming from this campfire. It appears to have been used recently. Some of the meat has been cut off, but there's still plenty left. Was there someone here, or... Bedroll. A bedroll. This means someone was living here. Or is. Better tread carefully. Wrecked battering ram. This seems to be an old battering ram. What's it doing here? I'd better investigate this one further to make sure it's not dangerous. Suddenly, you get hit in the back of the head from behind, and you fall unconscious. What the? Ah! A woman moves up to you. Her blonde hair almost sparkling in the candlelight. So you're awake. I'm sorry I hit you earlier, but I thought you were one of those monsters. She looks concerned. You can't currently tell if she's worried about your health or worried about whether you're a monster or not. You did that? It's okay, I guess. You touched the bump in the back of your head. Ouch! Yeah, it still hurts. I suppose we are all nervous given the circumstances. I'm John Cross. Who are you?
Greetings to you.
The woman sighs and lights up a bit as she answers. I'm 𝗂𝗲𝗿, paladin from a far-off land. I suppose I hit you in the head quite hard, because you have slept nearly the whole day. What? I've slept the whole day? Yes, you have. I have heard the monsters outside getting more restless from time to time, but for now, it seems they have calmed down. I suppose they might have found something that tastes better than us. Have you been guarding me all this time?
I'd say yes.
Yes. Yes, I have guarded you with my life. I feel it is my duty to ensure that all survivors survive. And, well, I felt kind of bad about hitting you. I really thought you were a monster. And when I saw that you weren't... Thank you for that. And you are right. I'm going to try to find others so we can all escape to a place where there are more living than dead. In that case, you're going to need this key. She hands you a bronze key that flashes a bit because of the light from the campfire. It unlocks the door to the outside. Take it and be careful out there. I will. Farewell, my lady. Shack key. Wait, maybe you could take me with you. I'm out of supplies and those monsters could be back any minute. Will you? She awaits your answer with great anticipation. No, I don't want you getting into any danger.
I can't do that.
She starts to worldly run her fingers through her hair. But I can't stay here either. Those monsters are sure to come back. Are you just going to leave me here? I promise I will be back as soon as I find any other survivors. Then we will escape this place.
That sounds like a good idea to me.
Okay, I suppose that's the best. You're really thinking of my safety, aren't you? Well, you better get going. The faster the better. I'll be back as soon as I can. I hope so. Be careful out there. She does her best to give you a hint of a smile as you leave. Bag with potions. There's some food left here. Do you want to eat some? You feel your hunger subside. You feel much better. you used the shack key. As lovely Lady Luck would have it, you have actually survived one day in this living hell. And do you know what the best part is? Another one has just begun. What will happen outside of the old shack? Hit subscribe to get notified when the game comes out. I'm also writing a book that features the same story as in this game. That book is titled Surviving Horror, and in this video you can listen to the beginning of that very book.